Please stand. Class of 2023, you may please be seated. Good evening, I'm Scott Sifferman, Athletic Director at Sultan Schools, teacher at Sultan Middle School, and a proud senior parent. On behalf of the Board of Directors, the Superintendent, our administration, and staff, I'd like to welcome all the friends and family and community members that are able to be here tonight to celebrate the commencement of the class of 2023. For the friends and family that cannot be here tonight, we're broadcasting all of the events. We're live streaming it on TurkPride.tv, powered by the Sultan High School Broadcast Club. And for those of you who are in attendance tonight, in the unlikely event that we have to evacuate the stadium, you are directed to exit via 8th Street. And if that happens, the sergeants and Ag News will fire up their block party again. At this time, please stand, face the east end of the stadium for the playing of the national anthem by our senior band students. One thing that has been special for me, having a child in the class of 2023, is that I've been able to watch many of these students grow since they entered kindergarten. But our first senior speaker, I've known her for over 16 years. While she's close friends with our family, the ironic thing is she has fallen in love with my son multiple times, in public, in front of large audiences. She is quick to point out, that is acting. Next year, she will be attending Edmonds College, go Titans, and studying horticulture and business. Please welcome the president of the class of 2023, Eliana Day.
Hi guys. I have to keep this speech short and sweet. which are two words that perfectly describe Miss Rose. I think it's safe to say we have had the craziest high school years. I know my expectations of high school went out the window after freshman year, but we will get to flex for the rest of our lives that we got through it all. We got through the Zooms and isolation, the stress and frustration. With all that we lost, we gained perseverance and knowledge. Now some of us are going to college. Fellow seniors, we're entering this new chapter in our lives, which is honestly terrifying. What you have done with your life here and what you will do with your life after is entirely up to you. I want to encourage all of us to leave here with support for each other and yourself, with love and acceptance for others and also yourself, with respect for others and respect for yourself. You will get so much farther in life being kind and standing up for others than being rude and spreading hate. Now, I don't know what else to say, so I'm going to share a poem I wrote for today. Graduation has had me feeling bittersweet. This is all so bitter and sweet. The bitter looks like this: the sadness of leaving the place I've known all my life, the missing of my teachers and great friends I'll leave behind, the anxiety about the future and not knowing what's to come. But the sweet looks like this: the excitement of being awarded for years of hard work, the freedom of meeting new people and having new adventures, the calmness knowing everything is going to be fine. All of this will stay bittersweet. And I want to say thank you to all of you who made it so neat. Thank you to my parents for raising me well and putting food on my plate. Thank you to my teachers who taught me things that were all so great. Thank you to my family and my friends for being so loving and supportive. Thank you to most of my peers for the memories over the last 13 years. Good luck on your journeys that you have ahead of you. We really can do this. I know that's true. Thank you.
As Elliot said, the 4 years of high school that these seniors experienced was impactful. The struggle was real for many students. While it's easy to get into a funk or even get angry, our valedictorian took a different approach. He was one of the most gracious and positive people I know. He was one of the few boys that participated in our boys soccer pod practices once we got permission to restart some activities, and he always said thank you every time I had to take his temperature while checking him in. He got involved in aerospace manufacturing and snow aisle, and in his senior year balanced running start with his snow aisle program and found ways to still stay connected with our music program. All the while, he ends high school with the highest GPA in the class. Next year, he will continue studying engineering at Everett Community College. Please welcome our valedictorian, Carlos Villaseñor.
All right, that was an intro. All right. Good evening, friends, families, students, and faculty of Salton. It is an honor to speak before you today. Today is a special day, not only because it's graduation day, but due to how the alphabet wanted to be formed. It is the first time I've heard my name announced first. Was my last name pronounced correctly? I guess we'll never know. With that said, can I get a round of applause for our incredible faculty and staff that has helped us get here today? Thank you. About 4 years ago, we all entered through the iconic double blue doors of Salton High School without a clue of what we were doing, who we were going to become, and where we would end up. Collectively scared out of our minds for what the future in high school would bring us. And boy, were we in for a ride. I can clearly remember the chaos of pep bands early in my freshman year. The anxiety that would build up when trying to find lunch table to sit at, and the anxiety of managing 7 different classes. Now, in my final years, I and many other students sitting here today have become a part of that same chaos during pep band. I'm talking about you two, Cameron and Casey. Furthermore, each year during lunch, I would find myself gravitating towards the same lunch table. It's funny how those people at lunch table are the same ones that I sat with at freshman year. And managing 7 classes, let's just say it's still a work in progress. I also recall the day when a cow randomly showed up and decided to be a part of the school. Just thought I should add that. Even with some absurd occasions happening from the time to time, the weeks and even months leading up to graduation have all been pretty normal. But here we are, prepared or unprepared, all dressed up in our caps and gowns, ready to graduate and continue on with the rest of our lives. With that said, the experience today has felt a little abnormal, almost out of body. Not in a bad way, but in a way that I can't even begin to describe. During our years at Salton, we have gone through so many experiences together. Looking back, I think it's safe to say that a few trends such as dabbing, whipping, and nay-naying were not in. Trust me, that was demoralizing. Another experience that was equally, if not more demoralizing, was a pandemic that not only forced us into a lockdown, but took 2 whole years of our high school experience. We were forced to continue our education behind a screen and maintain minimal contact with non-immediate family. But the pandemic also gave us something in return, or at least to me, which was a tremendous amount of gratitude, not only for the community, but for the district, as it worked tirelessly not only for our class, but for the classes below and above us. For that, I would like to say thank you for all the work you all have done and for our class, for the class and the subsequent classes. And from the amount of people gathered today, I think it's safe to say that we've made an amazing comeback as a community. It's like Mr. Rudd said, our 11th and 12th graders are out counseling the 5th graders yet again. Our class has gone through thick, thin, snow, puddles, and even heat waves. And I'm so excited to see what and who we become as individuals, as our intelligence, interests, ability to search up anything, yes, that includes a valedictorian example and a thesaurus, are indescribably high. And even if we've seen better days, it's like Dory said, you just gotta keep swimming. Once again, I would like to thank the teachers and staff for all that they have done for me in my class. More specifically, I would like to thank Ms. Sumter for teaching me how to count to 4 correctly, Ms. Froese for helping me unlock my literature potential, and Ms. Fuller for making U.S. history intriguing. The emotions throughout my high school can be summed up in a mixture of excitement and sadness. Excitement from events such as watching the football team win the Black and Blue Bowl, watching Casey do the worm at countless school events, pep assemblies, and marching in pep band. But there has also been a bit of underlining sadness, as I knew my days here were limited and this day would ultimately come. And to the classes we are sadly leaving behind, I would like to say thank you for not only giving us the amazing memories, but for the everlasting friendships we have created along the way. For the final time, I would like to thank the friends and family that have helped and supported us throughout our K-12 career. And before we graduate, I would like to say a few words to my family. Es una bendición levantándome todos los días y descubriendo que la familia normal va a ser ahora. Y los amo muchísimo por eso. Y mamá y papá, los amo tanto por todo lo que me han dado y por estar siempre a mi lado. Quisiera darles el mundo de regreso, pero ojalá unos gansitos y besitos son suficientes. With that said, I was a bit unsure how I should end this speech. But I ultimately decided I was going to end it with a quote I made with a bit of research, aka a motivational quotes Google search. Regardless of how you felt yesterday, the day before, or even the day before that, always remember that you are your own self-motivator and self-doubter, and you must choose who will control you today. Thank you.
For years, Sultan High School has enjoyed award-winning musical performances. The last few years, we've felt a void. This year, we had our first musical since 2020, and tonight we are honored to have, back at our commencement ceremony, the Sultan High School Choir, under the direction of Jill Sumter, perform 2 songs. Miss Zoe Rose and Junior Sophina Trotter will accompany the choir with Fly Away Home, and Junior Gavin Christensen and Senior Casey Sifferman will lay down the beat in Like an Eagle.
go back to the students.
One 100 years ago in 1923, Sultan High School had 13 graduates. Most were involved in school activities, and those school activities that they got involved in were yearbook, glee club, dramatics, football, and basketball. Football and basketball were still hyphenated. This year, the salutatorian for the class of 23 was in one activity, cheer. But that activity covers 2 seasons, but it really is a year-round activity. During her 4 years, we won 2 state championships, including this year. Hooray! 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 In the fall, she will attend the University of Washington, go Dogs, to pursue a degree in oceanography. Please welcome the salutatorian, Paige McKay.
Hi. Let me reintroduce myself to many of you graduates. I'm Paige, and I do go to this school, even though you never saw me around and maybe don't remember me. Because, well, let's be honest, none of us remember 9th grade that well, and that's the time I was consistently around. Maybe you would remember me in 10th grade if you picture a black Zoom screen with Paige McKay in white letters, or just look at my eyes and forehead. And junior and senior year, I was a full-time running START student, so for the last 2 years, you may only recognize me as that one loud cheerleader with a big smile, nicely bossing everyone around. So, while I've given you a snapshot of me throughout the high school, let's start looking back on our collective years. Freshman year started, and finding our stride was hard, and then right as we hit it, COVID. Wow. I know, you were hoping I would make it through without mentioning it, but it was impossible. So, we moved online and made it through, and then we moved back in person again, but it was so weird. Then, well, I wasn't on campus for junior and senior year, but some stuff happened. You sure laughed about it. I'll read about it in the yearbook. But we made it through all of it. Our first homecoming, the upgraded lunch snack bar, the Zooms, half days, class, sports, band, all with masks on, balancing our grades with our mental health. That one class that you still don't understand why we were put into, shout out to Mr. Murphy's walking class, an in-person prom, all the senior activities, but most importantly, we made it through high school. So, now, what's next? I don't know about you, but I got tired of the so what's next of our high school questions or what college are you going to questions after like the 3rd time. So, for all of you family and friends out there, here's some questions to ask graduates instead. Done anything besides homework lately? How are you a different person than you were when you started high school? How are you the same person as when you started high school? What book do you want to read now that they're not all assigned? Who's made the biggest impact in your life so far? Any tips for someone in or going into high school? Any fun summer plans? All decidedly better questions to ask. Now, that's not to put shame on the what's next for you after high school questions, because even if they get redundant, they are important to think about. But, my fellow graduates, even if you do have a great answer to the what's next questions, we don't always know for sure. You know, maybe even a global pandemic. Too soon. The thing is, we thought what we knew was in store for us going into high school, and well, clearly we didn't. But as we think to the future, there's always going to be something unexpected. And as the class of 2023, we have proven that we can make it come through and come out stronger on the other side. I am proud to be graduating in the class of 2023 with you all. Congratulations, we did it.
It is a tradition at Sultan High School that the senior class votes for one staff member to speak at graduation. Oftentimes, the seniors select a staff member that they would go to war with. This year's speaker has been to war with our seniors. World War I, World War II, the Korean War, to name a few. Please welcome our staff speaker, Miss Andrea Fuller.
Okay, here we go. Good evening, seniors, and congratulations on graduating high school. You have accomplished so much, and I am so proud of you. You have made lifelong memories and friendships that you will cherish forever. Remember to always stay true to yourself and never give up on your dreams. Life is full of ups and downs, but with hard work and determination, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Take risk, make mistakes, and learn from them. Remember to always be kind to others and never forget where you came from. Congratulations again, and best of luck in all of your future endeavors. Now, many of you would like that to be my graduation speech because it would be the shortest one in the history of my speeches. But it's not the end, and it's also not my speech. It's the speech my Snapchat AI wrote when I sent it a Write Me a High School Graduation Speech snap on Monday. Then I snapped it to write me a funny high school graduation speech, and it sent one back, and it was not funny. And although neither speech is particularly good, I can tell you the great thing for me was that both speeches came back within 2 seconds of me asking for them. 2 seconds. So parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles, and older than, say, 35-ish family friends, this is the world your graduates are stepping into. If you are not familiar with AI, it's the mistake the computer super nerds made when they taught computers how to teach themselves, and this movie never really ends well for humanity. Certainly as educators, we have a job to prepare graduates for the real world. But I'm not gonna lie, I think that's a lot more difficult to figure out today than it was the first time I gave this speech some 15 years ago. Back then, I had an idea of what the college and career world looked like and expected from its participants, and was relatively sure of some stability in those beliefs, at least in the short term. Now, I'm not sure what the real world might look like at the end of summer. Will you be headed off to college in your Jetsons flying car? I sure hope so. Some of us have been waiting for those for decades. So although it isn't great and it's just full of cliches, I'm gonna use that Snapchat speech because I am arrogant enough to think I can make almost anything better. Well, except for cooking. I am not good at that. Snap said, "You have made lifelong memories and friendships you will cherish forever." I mean, sure, maybe. I am in relative constant contact with about 4 or 5 people I graduated from high school with, and I graduated with 180 people. And not one of them is who I considered my best friend at the time. And although I do have some vivid and great memories from high school, I have also forgotten about 95% of it, and that's okay, because it got replaced with other better things. Whether you are off to college or to an apprenticeship program or a job for now situation, people are going to come and go from your life. Every friendship is its own thing, and some just aren't designed to last or be cherished forever. If you've heard of Marie Kondo, she's the author and organizing consultant who has the Netflix show and helps you declutter your life by thanking things that brought you joy. And if they're not still bringing you joy, you let them go. I think we can put some people into the same category as my stack of concert t-shirts. It's okay to say, "You are not bringing me joy anymore. Thank you, and goodbye." This is especially true, graduates, when those around you are not only not bringing you joy, they are actively taking it away from you. You owe it to yourself, and you deserve to spend your valuable time with people who respect you, value you, and bring you joy. Snap also said, "Remember to stay true to yourself and never give up on your dreams." Stay true to yourself? What does that even mean? You don't even know who you are yet. So I Googled it, and geez, what a smorgasbord of self-help crap that is. One of the general commonalities, however, was along the lines of being honest and freely sharing your thoughts and opinions. Frankly, I'd be careful with that. Being true to yourself isn't a license to be a jackwagon. If your significant other in the future says, "Do these new jeans look all right?" and you say, "No, they make you look like a fat cow," you don't just get to follow that up with, "I'm just speaking my truth." Or if you do, realize that others may not like your truth, and you become one of those people who doesn't bring joy anymore and gets thanked and dumped. Never give up on your dreams was the second half of that cliche. Again, maybe not the greatest advice depending on what your dreams are, or at least learn to recognize when your dreams might need adjusting. At some point, I realized I was not going to be a professional tennis player. I was like 14. I came to this epiphany because A, I just wasn't good enough, and B, what I liked more than tennis was Cheetos and candy and French fries, usually dipped in something that makes them worse for you. So although I wasn't a professional tennis player, I was a collegiate tennis player, and the teenager in me regularly watches the US and Australian and French Opens on TV, and went to the All England Lawn and Tennis Club, otherwise known as Wimbledon, on my trip to London a few years ago. Thus, not giving up the dream, just realizing it looks different than I did when I was 14, and thinner. Snap also suggested life is full of ups and downs, but with hard work and determination, you can achieve anything you set your mind to. Yes, with the caveat being the hard work and determination piece, and not so much the set your mind to it part. Some of you have an idea and some actual experience in the hard work world. Others of you don't really have a clue yet. For some lucky and or privileged individuals, life just sort of comes easy. For the rest of us and you, levels of accomplishment and success are frequently directly tied to the application of hard work. Get to know it, get to like it, and good things will probably happen. Take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. Depending on the risk. If the risk is applying for a job that you think might be just a little out of your league, so to speak, then yes, take the risk. If the risk is to quit your job before you have another one, and you have a lot of financial responsibilities, then maybe no. And I will add to that the consideration of risk and reward. If the reward is personal, professional, or financial fulfillment, then yes, go for it. If the reward is you might become a TikTok sensation or a Darwin Award winner or the Washington equivalent of Florida Man, then maybe again, no. Remember to always be kind to others. Thank you, Snap AI. Yes, this, 100% this. Be kind and compassionate to one another, says chapter 4 of Ephesians in the Bible. In Judaism, the highest form of charity, the 8th rung on the ladder of giving, is an act of kindness. In Islam, the Prophet says kindness is a marker of faith, and whoever is not kind has no faith. Buddhist scholars teach that the more focus you give towards others, the less concerned you are about your own problems and suffering, and your own suffering becomes smaller. I could go on. So when virtually every religion or philosophy on earth has a common core of kindness, where have we gone wrong? Or as T. Swift asks, why you gotta be so mean? The great thing about this piece of Snap advice is that it's the easiest thing to do starting right now. Practice being kind. Practice being compassionate. If someone is doing something that isn't your thing, like having multicolored hair or rooting for the Yankees or being from Granite Falls or Cedar Park Christian, don't make it your issue. If you see someone in need of help and you can assist, do it. And if you struggle to know what it means to be kind or what compassion looks like, ask someone you think is one or the other. If you don't know anyone you think is kind or compassionate, that might be the crux of your issue, okay? And find someone. And lastly, Snap says to never forget where you came from. And I'm not talking about a geographic location, not really. We all come from many things. You have come from solid family, and you have come from divorce. You come from wealth, and you come from poverty. You come from ease and joy, and you come from struggle and pain. You come from 4.0s, and you come from barely made it here. You come from winless teams, and you come from district playoffs and state tournaments and state champions. You come from bands and choirs and musicals and teams and clubs, and you come from wishing you had a group. You come from whatever used to qualify as normal, and you come from a global pandemic. And now, tonight, you come from accomplishment and overcoming adversity. You come from planning for the future and leaving this place behind. And although this may be the last time you step on the campus of Sultan High School, you come from here, and you come from us, and you come from these people sitting in front of you. And no, we will not let you forget that. So, class of 2023, I thank you for the honor of being your faculty speaker tonight, and I ask that whatever your comments and observations are on Snapchat or anywhere else about this speech, please remember it's a good time to practice being kind.
The Sultan School District provides alternative education programs for students who seek instruction outside the traditional educational setting. This evening, we are celebrating graduating seniors from Graduation Alliance, Sky Valley Options, Sultan Virtual Academy, and Sultan High School. Tonight, we have 111 students ready to make an impact on the world. After our ceremony, please visit the grad wall at the entrance of the Commons and see what some of the future plans of our graduates are. Sultan High School also provides opportunities for students with programs like Running Start and College in the High School, and many of our graduates have earned college credit while they're earning their high school diplomas tonight. The class of 2023 has one student confirmed as of tonight who is finishing up the requirements this month to earn her associate's degree. Please congratulate Paige McKay for this special accomplishment. For the presentation of the class of 2023, I would like to introduce our principal, Sarita Whitmire Skeeth, also a Sultan graduate, and for the acceptance of the class will be Sultan School Board Chairperson, Russ Sumter.
Thank you. Class of 2023, we're almost there. By the way, you were perfect coming in and sitting tonight. Give yourselves a round of applause. It made my Principal Harp very proud of you. Those in the stands, I would like to thank the families for trusting us to educate and prepare your student for their next journey. It has been a privilege to partner with you and work with your student. Would the class of 2023 please rise? Sultan Board of Directors and Superintendent Chaplik, it is an honor and a privilege to you, the graduating class of 2023 for Sultan High School, Sky Valley Options High School, Sultan Virtual Academy, and Graduation Alliance. As the principal of SHS, I have confirmed with ALE Administrator Jason Van Sant, and I certify that each student that walks across this stage has met all the requirements for graduation or transitions as set forth by the Sultan School District and the state of Washington.
It is my extreme honor and privilege to accept the Sultan High School class of 2023 here.
The class of 2023 has asked Miss Carissa Kelly to read the names as they walk across the stage to receive their diploma covers. I say that because she will not be able to roll the R's that are needed, so I apologize in advance for her. While this is done, we know that this is a special occasion for each graduate and their family. Please be respectful for all of the graduates and make sure that the celebrations for one allow for the same opportunities for the next. Thank you.
As Miss Fuller said, why you gotta be so mean? I'm gonna do my best with all of these names. I've been practicing since yesterday when I got them. Paige McKay. Haley Clough. Carlos Eduardo Villaseñor. Braden Connor Goal. Jessica Brianne Raisler. Eliana Patience Day. Carter Robert Holiday. That wasn't even a hard one. Avery Michael Brumley. Casey Morgan Sifferman. Riley Jacob Sargent. Kyle Bedker. Michaela Brandt. Tyler Horn. Marcus Reyna. Skylar Pinner. Faith Marin Anderson. Kaylin Ray Rodland. Liberty Rose Kayleen Roeder. Jadalzi Eileen Millian. Allison Itzel Solano Lopez. Ani Tavanga. Ryan Council. Lillian Holman. Lorelei Thielen. Fernando Deborah Flores. Brian Ruiz Nieto. Oakley Hanning. TJ Halson. Emma Gwilt. Donald Bridgewater. Jose Pacheco Cabrera. Gavin Lasby. Azuzeli Garcia Garcia. Marizita Naranjo Preciado. Brian Arenas Munoz. Jessica Anaí Perez Avelis. Daniel Acosta. Tanu Nevanga. Caden Coons Brown. Daniel Hagan. Javier Serna Sanchez. Jean Carlo Chavez. Jordan Pacheco Mendez. Brandon Martinez Cortez. Brianna Benavides Lopez. Christina Sharon. Brandon Zamora Patricio. Tommy Spike. Sylvester Vallejo Munoz. Logan Konicki. Libby Legg. Zoe Chapman. Haley Robeson. Brooklyn Ray Agnew. Carmen Sanchez Avalos. Lacey Faye Wright. Ciara Aline Blake. Eduardo Esmeralda. Edgar Gomez Martinez. Jorge Navarrete Mendez. Weston Gailey. Gabby Perry. Autumn Riding. Andy Franco Velasquez. Jose Manriquez. Stella Lucille Johnson. Sammy Quevedo Torres. Anthony Thornton. Taylor Peterson. Sarah Lohr. Lucy Lohr. Jacqueline Limon Carrillo. Cassandra Araceli Guzman. Shelby Elizabeth Marie Fry. Cameron Campion. Michael Knopp. Cody Anderson. Quentin Litch. Tristan Carnell. Ivan Acosta. Joshua Todd Verhule. Michaela Mahelani Pa. Lucas Allen Weibark. Alec Miguel Howe. Brandy Marie Forseth. Marcus Loach. Jose Maximiliano Lopez Lopez. Kelsey Setzer. Kai Peter Nigel. Cecilia Ruth Young. Kayla Ann Probazanski. Haley Taylor. Colby Delvecchio. Tyrus Cisco. Samuel Inman. Yasmin Busio. Neves Corro. That's pretty good. Clayton Blue. Tyler James Fettig. Isaiah Miller. Draven Teal. Amber Wheeler. Jaylyn Rose Zimmerman.
Members of the audience, if you are a graduate of Sultan High School, please raise your hand. We have 111 young men and women who are almost ready to join you as Sultan alum. I would like to invite the president of the senior class, Eliana Day, to return to the stage for her last responsibility at Sultan High School.
Okay, class of 2023, please rise. Okay, please turn your tassel from the right to the left. We just graduated. Okay, now join me on the track as we do the traditional cap toss. Oh, and you guys could take off your tassels if you want. And bobby pins. Oh my gosh, I don't know where they all are. Oh, yeah. Okay. Invite them out. Okay. Come on, you guys. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Everyone ready? On the count of 3, we toss. 1, 2, 3.
You are all invited up to the Sultan High School Commons for a little reception, as well as the seniors can pick up their diplomas. The class of 2023!